Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you play a song called The Worst, and we're going to end up capoing this on 4th fret to kind of match the recording. But it starts off with this cool little keyboard lick. If you wanted to, you could kind of follow those licks by starting on 2nd fret on the G string for an A note, and if you wanted to, you could add an open A to that. It's kind of that instrumental part and kind of bringing in that bass part, and then you kind of hear, and I'm kind of doing that hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick for my bass and kind of a finger to kind of bring out that G string 2nd fret. And you kind of do that 6 times, and then you can do it with the open B and then the open G, and then we could go to 1st fret on the low E string and hit 2nd fret on the D string, kind of doing those at the same time. And we kind of do another 4 on the low E string on the 1st fret. And then at the end of that, you may want to kind of bring it back to the 3rd fret on the low E string for an open G note. I know that's a little weird. It's kind of the A idea, and then kind of with an open B, open G idea, and then an F with the E note at the same time, and then kind of more of that F, and then the G, and then we're back to kind of that A idea again, and then with the open B, open G, and then the F idea. But then you may want to bring out the 5th fret on the A string with the open D. It's kind of the same kind of note, actually, kind of the D note idea, and then kind of bring out that G on the low E string again. So at the very end, that's a little weird, kind of the F and E, and then the D, and then the G. So you kind of have the A idea, and then with the B, G, and then an F idea with the E, and then the G, A and B, A and G, F and E, and then the D, G, and the chords that would back that up would start on an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the G string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the low E string 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord. That sounds really, really happy. And then from the G, we'll be going to an F major chord. And normally you do this as a bar. We'll talk about an easier way to play it too. But you do your first finger across the entire 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to use an F major 7. The way you play F major 7, first finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the D string 3rd fret, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major chord, or an F major 7 chord. It sounds really groovy. And then from the F, we'd be going back to our G for kind of a hit, and then back to the A minor, and then kind of some more A minor, and then we kind of hit that G, and then we go back to F, but then that D note you can back up with a D minor chord. We play D minor. First finger goes to the high E on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, and 3rd or the 4th finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string at the high E string, it sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then from the D minor, we'll be going back to our G chord again, at the very, very end. Now you could kind of work that as kind of a down idea, kind of matching the lick a little bit here, but kind of A minor, G, F, so it's a little weird where you're halving it. It's almost kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2 on the G. F for A, F for 6, and then G, A minor for 6, G for 2, F, D minor for 6, G. It's kind of to get those G pushes in. But a lot of times with a song like this too, I like to use something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the A minor and just tried that a lot. You know, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Now the weird part about applying that to kind of that intro part, which kind of becomes our verse part, is you could save that last down, up for the G if you want to get the G pushes in. So kind of A minor, down, up, the down, up, kind of an idea. So all the way through that verse, we have the A minor, G, F, G, A minor, G, F, D minor, G, and kind of get those pushes in. Or another strum pattern that I would think about using for this song, this can be a little bit tricky, is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts that are down, down, up, up, down, up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the A minor, do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you do on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you'd be doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And then on the third beat, you'd be doing an up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, get down, 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 down. Now the weird part is to get those hits and you'd end up kind of halving the pattern. And you could do the A minor with a down, 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 up, down, and then save that last down, up for the G chord. Then you have the F for the whole pattern. And then kind of F for the down, 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 up, down, G, down, down, A minor, G, F, D minor, G. Kind of get those pushes in. And then we'll basically be repeating that part twice and then going into our chorus part. And on our chorus, we start on the F, and then we go to a G major, and then we go to an A minor chord, and then we do another A minor. And then we go back to F, and then we got a D minor chord, but then we go to an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now for myself, from the E minor, actually, I think you can kind of stay on the E minor, but you may want to think about readjusting the fingers and going 2nd finger on the A string, 3rd finger on the D string, and that kind of frees you up to take the 1st finger and go to the G string on the 1st fret and make that an E major for the 2nd either. Or you could kind of lift off the 3rd finger and make it an E7 chord, or you could add the pinky in on the B string 3rd and give it a little bit more bite for the E7. So at the very, very end, that can be very cool to use the E minor to the E major to kind of help point back to the verse. So from on our chorus, if we try that with our down, down, up, down, up, we'd have the F, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, A minor, F, D minor, E minor, E major, which can kind of help point back to the verse. Or if we try that with our 16th pattern, you'd have the F, G, A minor, Is to play along with the recording. Instead of starting on an A minor chord, it's starting on a C sharp minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your A minor is really a C sharp minor, and your G is really a B major, and your F is really an A major chord, and your D minor is really an F sharp minor, and your E minor is really a G sharp minor, and your E major is really a G sharp major. To take it from the very beginning, you may want to kind of kick off things with that intro lick that we were kind of working through. Kind of that A and B, A and G, F and E, F, G, A and B, up, down, up, and have A minor, our chorus part. You can use the downs there too, G, or the down, down, up, down, up if you wanted to. A minor, or if you're digging on the 16th, you have that. Into our next verse. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, you could throw in a bass for the chord. So on the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the G, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F major 7, you'd have the D for the bass. On the D minor, you'd have the D for the bass. And on the E minor and the E7, you'd have the low E for the bass. So we tried that next verse adding basses. We'd have the A minor, to our 16th, you could work that as kind of a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. Can all be cool variations. So you have A minor, and we'd be going into our chorus again. So we try to add that with a bass, down, up, down, up. We'd have the F the bass, down, down, G with the bass, A on the A bass, E minor, E major. Or if we tried that with our 16th pattern, we'd have the F. Now, if you know other licks around these chords too, you know, feel free to kind of take this lesson and embellish it any way you want to. So hammer-on licks can be cool, pull-off licks, or mixing up a strum pattern different ways. Or if you know other 16th strum patterns or 8th strum patterns, feel free to kind of take this lesson and embellish it. Verse 3 times and then kind of going back into our chorus part. strum through the worst. So good luck!